Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to make your life meaningful. I'm Lou Redman, meditation teacher, transformational coach, and your friend on this soul journey. And today's topic is something that I think is really important, especially in a culture that is always telling us to find happiness. We are taught in our Constitution to pursue happiness, to wish people a great day, to wish people happiness. And I get it, we want to be happy. But the truth is that things are going to happen, that life's not always going to work out. And so something that I like to think about more than happiness is, how do I make my life not happier, but more meaningful? Because the thing about meaning is that it allows us to find some sort of connection in the times when things aren't going our way, when we are not so happy. We know inevitably that things aren't going to go our way. And so the ability to decide the meaning that we attach to life is so important, because so many wise teachers and traditions will point us to this truth that there really isn't a meaning to life. We are projecting the meaning. And so some people can see that as scary and overwhelming, or some people can see that as incredibly freeing. If there's no meaning to life, you get to choose the meaning that you put on to things. And so here are 5 ways to help you make your life more meaningful. Number 1, see life as a teacher. See every moment that you are living, every experience that happens. Can you trust that if you see it in a certain way, that is happening for you, that it is happening to grow you, even the challenging things? And so in situations in your life, continually ask, what is this teaching me? What is the lesson here? How can I see this as for me? The Stoics have a phrase, amor fati, to love fate, to love what is, to give a wholehearted yes to the moment that's in front of you. It's so powerful to open your arms to the universe and trust that you can take whatever life is giving you, because you know that it is sharpening you, it is growing you. And I understand difficult things happen where it can be really challenging to come up with a meaning for it. And so have compassion on yourself when that happens, and continuing to ask, how can I see life as my teacher? Number 2, know what's important to you. Nietzsche famously said, for those who have a why, they can bear almost any how. Understanding what we value, understanding the things that really matter to us, helps us direct our lives in a way that creates more meaning, that creates more alignment. And so if you don't know your values, if you don't really know what's important to you, maybe journal on these questions. What would you fight for? What is the best decision you ever made? Who is someone that you admire? What do you admire about them? What is something that you did that you are proud of? What is something that you're obsessed with? Take time to get clear on the things that you value, because when you do, you can start to bring them more into your life. Number 3, take risks and bring something out into the world. Step over your edges. Face your fears. There's many ways that I could say this, but in some ways, take risks. I just finished a high school assembly, a talk that I gave to a bunch of high school kids, and it was a big risk to make up a bunch of words, not really make up a bunch of words, to come up with words that I wanted to share and give it to an audience that I had no idea how they were going to receive it. And It brought up fear, it brought up nervousness, but it was really powerful to finally step out and bring something to the world, and it was deeply meaningful to me. That doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. Think about, if you know your values, if you know what's important to you, then start to ask, well, what is an edge that I can step into? What would be living this value in a way that's a little bit uncomfortable, but also a little bit exciting? What would be a risk? What would be vulnerable? Anything that elicits vulnerability is a risk. And so it could be a conversation. If you're asking to yourself, what if no one likes it? What if I get rejected? What if I lose approval? That is you living on your edge. And so I really want to encourage you to take those little steps forward. And remember, if life is your teacher, then you're just going to be learning as you go, even when it doesn't work out. Number 4, ask how you can help. How can you be of service? How can your life have a positive impact on another person? I know someone who, when she starts her day, the first thing she does is she does something for someone else. Maybe she makes an introduction. Maybe she thinks of an article and sends it to someone. So her mind is on giving and service. And for you, it doesn't have to even be super grand. It could just be walking and smiling at the person that is walking by you. It doesn't mean that you have to go and be Mother Teresa necessarily. Think about being of service to others, or just being a positive influence in another person's life. This is what makes us feel connected. This is what makes us feel at one and in community. And those things inherently create a deep meaning, because meaning and connection is interwoven in many ways. Number 5, put yourself in the way of beauty. I love this one. I heard this from Cheryl Strayed's mother. Cheryl Strayed is the author of a book called Wild, and she talks about her mother telling her to put herself in the way of beauty to help to find and cultivate her own creativity. And I'm willing to go so far as not only will it help cultivate your creativity, but it helps to cultivate a deeper connection to life, a deeper meaning that we can find from being around things that are beautiful, because things that are beautiful, there's this essence to them. When we look at a great work of art, when we listen to a song that really lights us up, there's something that is meaningful to us. There's something that is resonating at a deeper level, at the felt sense. And so thinking about how can you surround yourself with beauty? Maybe that means changing the decorations in your home, putting more plants up, putting more books on the shelf that inspire you, doing something that has beauty invoking itself within you just by your environment, surrounding yourself with beautiful people, not aesthetically, but internally. We become what is our environment, has such a powerful impact on us. So think about how can you put yourself in the way of beauty. Quick recap, 5 ways to bring more meaning into your life. Number 1, see life as your teacher. Amor fati. Love what is. See it as it's happening for you. Number 2, know what's important to you. Know what you value. Know what matters. Get clear on that. Number 3, take risks, bare your soul. Do something that is a little vulnerable where you might get rejected. Number 4, do something for someone else. Be a positive influence in others' lives. Be of service in some way. And number 5, put yourself in the way of beauty. Thank you for watching and listening and exploring and even asking these questions of how can I bring more meaning into your life. It's very important, and I hope that this was helpful. Let me know which of these 5 landed for you by leaving a comment. Please like and subscribe to send this message out more into the world and to stay updated on new videos that are coming out soon. And I'll see you again next time. Lots of love to you for your journey.